And we are live. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Assetto Corsa Flight Championship here for the British Grand Prix here, the Silverstone circuit. My name is Miran FG in the commentary box once again. And yeah, we have rain here at Silverstone. We've got 20 minutes of qualifying ahead of us here in Britain. But before we get underway with the qualifying session, let's go through some of the track details then. So the Silverstone circuit first opened in 1948, and this circuit also hosted the first ever Formula 1 race in history. So that really goes to show how old this circuit is, and that just adds to the prestige of winning at the circuit. We've had many different variations of this track over the years. Corners come and go, and yeah, we've had so many different layouts and things like that. But this is the new layout that we're racing at since 2011, the Arena Grand Prix circuit. So we're going to go through it. 5.891 kilometers of this beautiful track. 18 turns. And then some notable corners. We've got a lot of legendary corners, both new and old, here at this circuit. Obviously, the Wellington Straight is the two corners after the Wellington Straight. Brooklands and Luffield are very good overtaking spots. You can go side by side through Brooklands and Luffield. Then as well through Woodcut and into Copse. Copse is a very good overtaking zone, so we've seen quite a lot of overtakes there, and quite a lot of drama if you remember back to the real-life Formula 1 British Grand Prix. Obviously, we had the collision between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen there. And here, as we see, Håkan Olsen going through Copse, onto probably one of the most legendary corners of the circuit. We didn't really get to see that, but one of the most legendary corners, period. Maggots and Beckett's. The fast left-right combinations make for one of the toughest physical challenges, and it is very hard on the car as well, but it is insanely fun to drive through. And then down the Hangar Straight as well. Stowe is a very good overtaking spot. Same goes for the Vale Chicane. So overall, a very, very good circuit for overtaking. So I am expecting some very good racing here at this circuit, but let's focus on qualifying now. So everyone was out on a lap time. Oh, actually, before I say something, we have a new driver for Formula 2 today. Rowan Schotanus is making his debut with BWT Arden, replacing Kai Chereznia, who has gone to Formula 1. So we wish Kai Chereznia the best in F1, and we welcome Rowan Schotanus to F2. So we've had first two times come in. Summit Özkan 150 flat at the moment, with Nikhil Walji 2 seconds off. Everyone is coming around to setting their first times now. As we see, Matija Dragovic set his time, Alex Broster and Rowan Schotanus only 3/10 off Özkan at the moment. So we'll see how the rookie performs. He's good in the rain, that we know. He demonstrated that rain skill at Assen in IndyCar when he won his home race in the rain. Great drive that was from him. So we'll see if he's able to replicate that drive. Obviously, last time we had a rookie back in 2017, which was Jafari Blackwood. He qualified P2, so we might see a repeat of that. And yeah, it was a pretty interesting race last year as well here at Silverstone. Obviously, Thomas Mandic took the victory, his first out of 3 wins in Formula 2, so we'll see. As Jafari Blackwood, there I mentioned him, he goes fastest out of all the people who set a lap time. So we'll see if Blackwood is able to take the win this time here at this circuit. Meanwhile, Adam Hidayat and Idevite set lap time. Mehmet Demirolu there sets a lap time as well, goes P7. Luca Farina, the Italian P10, obviously he had a wonderful drive last time out at Paul Ricard. We'll see if he's able to replicate that today. As Rosetta Martinez goes fastest in the Campos. So a very good lap time from the Filipino. Goes a 10th faster than Jafari Blackwood. So we're into the 149s, but lap times are going to be tough, especially with the rain pouring down. So we might see a bit of struggling from the drivers, but those are all the 20 times in at the moment. And it is Rosetta Martinez, the Filipino, taking the... Okay, Rosetta Martinez taking the top spot at the moment. With Jafari Blackwood in second place. So everyone is gonna go out for their second runs at the moment. Oh, as we've had a black screen. I think something has happened to the game. Yeah, the game has crashed. So, yeah, we're just gonna wait for a bit. Apologies for that. And we're back. So apologies for that. Unfortunately, game crashes are something we can't do anything about. But we're back on our way now. The times have been unfortunately deleted, so everyone's gonna have to go out on lap times again. But hopefully, yeah. We'll see if the standings will change this time. We have a shortened qualifying. Obviously, 5 minutes went, and then he came. Or sorry, now I'm saying something. But yeah, 5 minutes went, so we have a 15-minute qualifying. But that should still leave the drivers with enough time to set laps and do improvements. But we'll see who is able to take the top spot of the grid now here at Silverstone, as everyone goes around on their out laps. As here is Ron Shotanus in the BWT Arden. The first IndyCar driver to step up to Formula 2. Obviously, all of the rookies we have this season are from Formula E. But, yeah. And speaking of Formula E rookies, here's Jakub Sikorski. Took his first ever podium in Formula 2 last time out at Paul Ricard. We'll see if he's able to get another good finishing spot in Silverstone this weekend. Everyone out on their laps now. Sikorski's on lap as he heads through Luffield and onto Woodcote. As we go on board with the Polish driver, coming down onto Kops, the right-hander. As I believe someone's gonna cross the line now. No, what am I saying? Apologies. No one's. I think everyone's still on their out lap, so no one has completed a lap yet, or close to completing a lap. You can see they're on the track map on the right, where everyone is out on track. Here's Ron Skotanos. DRS still activated, so that is. I think race control has decided that it is okay for the drivers to use DRS in these rainy conditions. But if it will have any impact on speed down the straight, that is to be determined. As here is Jakub Sikorski. He's going to cross the line now, and he sets the first lap time, a 1:50.6 for the Polish drivers. We saw the drivers going into the 1:49s before the restart. So we'll see as Blackwood and Gomez, both of them go faster than Sikorski. So does his teammate Samet Özkan. But we'll see if Blackwood is still able to get up to the top positions. As it does look, the conditions don't look to be getting any better at the moment. Drivers still trying to get that. Now I'm losing the words. Apologies. And drivers are still trying to get or keep in control of their car. Conditions aren't looking very good. As Ida Weitz, P2 for the Swede. That is pretty good for him considering his results in qualifying these first couple of races of the season. As Daniel Fraser goes P5. So the Carlins, at what is their home race, are doing pretty well. And we do have a home race for two drivers, namely Alex Broster and Daniel Fraser have their home races today, so we'll see where they end up. But yeah, always nice with a home race. As Alex Broster goes P12, Mehmet Demirol goes P6, Fernando Tost has gone fastest, but no, Nikhil Walji goes even faster, 0.02 of a second faster even, to take pole position. And wow, look at that, look at the gap in the top three. All are separated by 0.09 of a second. That is incredible margins here at Formula 2. So that just goes to show how level the skill gap there at the front is. So yeah, we'll see who will succeed in this battle for pole position. As Di Montano's on a lap time. Here's Luca Farina down in P19. He doesn't seem to have bested the rain. As Ron Chotanos goes P11. Eduardo Silva goes P2. He equals the time by Nikhil Walji. What on earth? That is something incredible. I think I've never seen that in the ACOC before in my life. Two drivers on pole with equal times. That is... wow, that is incredible. I mean, if you... wow, that is amazing. Really goes to show how close everyone is here in Formula 2. That is incredible. As Jean-François Bilot goes P6 in the ART. The ARTs are the ART teammates are pretty close as well. Dima Antonov goes P10. Obviously, he doesn't have Kai Cherezhnia to compete with anymore, as Cherezhnia has is in F1 now, so Antonov has the advantage. As Alex Broster goes P12. We're going to see Jafari Blackwood as he crosses the line. No improvement for the Jamaican, who finished P2 here last year. So we are going to see if Blackwood's going to send an improvement. Here's Jakob Sikorski. Looks to be stuck behind. Is that... I'm trying to think. I think that might be Jafari Blackwood as Rosetta Martinez goes up into 8th place now. The Filipino was in the top 3 before the restart. Unfortunately, he hasn't seemed to be able to get back up into the top 3. But yeah, he remains 8th for now. His teammate P12 gets knocked down to P13 as Ron Shotanus is up into P11. So the Dutchman is doing pretty well in his first ever debut, or in his debut for Formula 2. As it's Luca Farina who Jakub Sikorski is stuck behind. So Sikorski is on a lap time, but he's going to be held up by quite a bit. So he's going to want to clear the Italian as soon as possible. Sikorski himself looks to be struggling as well in this weather. There behind him is Alex Broster, I believe. So yeah, there seems to be a bit of a train forming here. But I think one of them should come into the pit lane, and that should be resolved. So it's Nikhil Walji on pole position at the moment, as Dima Antonov goes P11. But it's Nikhil Walji on pole currently, with Eduardo Silva setting an identical lap time to Nikhil Walji. So he's in second because he set the lap time later. And Fernando Tost is P3 by 0.02 of a second. So the two Tridents, second and third, that is very, very good for the two Trident cars. As Ida Veit is P5, so he's doing pretty well. He's only 0.04 off. Never in my life would I have believed someone if 0.04 of a second seemed like a lot for pole, or a lot off pole, should I say. As Ron Chatanis is going to cross the line. No improvement for the rookie. He stays P12 at the moment. Nonetheless, it's going to be a good qualifying for him if he decides to go P12. As Luca Farina still trying to improve, but he doesn't seem to be able to. So the rainy conditions seem to have gotten the better of him. But he is 0.3 off there in Sector 2, now heading down onto Stowe. So we're gonna see what time it will be for Farina, as I think Sikorski is a bit further behind him. So as there we can see Fernando Tost there just from the driver's eye camera of Farina coming into the pit lane. But we're gonna see if Farina can set an improvement. Where will Luca Farina go? He goes up into P8, so a good lap time for Farina. Looks to be getting a bit more up to speed now with the raining conditions. So we've got 3 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. A lot of people in the pit lane, unsure if they will come out or not, but we are gonna wait and see. That's Jakub Sikorski, 0.7 off pole at the moment, not where the Polish driver wants to be. Obviously the 2017 Formula E champion, the first and only Formula E champion in the ACOC. Here's Håkon Olsen, the last Formula E race winner. Fun fact. He currently sits in P16. But we're going to see where he goes. He goes up into P6, the Norwegian. That is a stellar lap time from the Dams driver, and he's up into 6th place, and he even had traffic there, so that was a very good lap time. Meanwhile, Jakub Sikorski doesn't have anyone ahead of him, but he has someone behind him. But we're gonna see his sector 2 time now. Jakub Sikorski, He is 1.3 off, so this probably won't be an improvement for the Polish drivers. There goes Alex Broster. He's gonna try and overtake Sikorski there into Stowe. He actually has got it done. Sikorski comes into the pit lane, so Broster now can set another lap time as everyone's out except Jakub Sikorski at the moment. That was Håkon Olsen trying the move on. Who was that? I think, is that Rowan Chopanos? Yes, it is. So here's quite a nice little battle actually. Through Maggots and Beckett's. Side by side. I can't believe they actually went side by side through Maggots and Beckett's in the wet. But this is gonna severely impact the two. And their lap times. Fernando Tost on a lap time. Only has to go 0.003 of a second faster. But extracting that has been more difficult than ever for him. Shotanos is into the pit lane. Håkon Olsen is still on a lap, but I don't think it's going to be an improvement for him considering that battle for Shotanos. As there goes Adam Hirayat up into pole position, almost a tenth faster than Nikhil Walji, and the Indonesian takes provisional pole at the moment. His teammate Kai Treshnia now gone, so there's another BWT Arden on pole. Obviously Adam Hirayat, the first ever pole sitter in Formula 2. Can he make it a second pole in his Formula 2 career? We're gonna see as Fernando Tost is now gonna start a lap. He got 20 seconds, so he's made it. So has Daniel Fraser behind him. Or wasn't Daniel Fraser, apologies, it was Ite Weitz. So we'll see if any of those two are able to get a lap time in. Broster's into the pit lane, so as the timer counts down to 0, the checker flag is now out. Can Nikhil Walji take back that pole from Adam Hirayat, or are we going to see someone completely else take pole position? We're waiting for 13 cars to cross the line. This is probably one of the most exciting qualifyings we've had in Formula 2 history. As Eduardo Silva is going to cross the line. Can he go faster? No, he can't. Silva stays P3 in what is still a very good qualifying for Trident. Daniel Fraser can improve. Neither can Mehmet Demirolu. Rosetta Martinez. Fastest before the restart. We're going to see if he can go fast once again. Håkon Olsen's into the pit lane. So it's over for him in qualifying. P7 though, it's still going to be good for him. Matija Dragovic in the Dams car. Can he equal his teammate at least as he crosses the line? No. He improves, but only P18. As there goes Rosetta Martinez. Brilliant lap time from him up to P2. Can't quite challenge for pole, but it is nonetheless a very good lap time from Rosetta Martinez. Ide Weitz on a lap time. Fernando Tost is 7/10 up. As there goes Jean-Francois Bilot. The Frenchman takes pole by a tenth of a second. Qualifying is really heating up now as Fernando Tost 7/100ths up in Sector 2. Can the Polish driver take it from Jean-Francois Bilot now? Will it be Bilot or will it be Fernando Tost? We're going to see now as Tost only has one corner to go as he's going to cross the line. Is it the pole for Tost? No, it isn't. Fernando Tost is P2, and I think that is the pole for Jean-Francois Bilot in the second time in his Formula 2 career. That is gonna be Jean-Francois Bilot, the Frenchman, taking a pole position in his Formula 2 career. And what an incredible qualifying that was. And let's go through the driver grid, and that was one of the best qualifyings in Formula 2 history, in my opinion. So let's go through the qualifying grid then before we get underway with the race. We've still got rain for the race then. So on pole position for the second time in his career is Jean-Francois Bilot, Frenchman, starting in first, and behind him is Fernando Tost, who just missed out there in qualifying. Third is Adam Hirayat, couldn't quite cling on to that pole, with Rosetta Martinez accompanying him on the second row. Then it's Nikhil Walji in P5. and Eduardo Silva P6. Pretty good for Trident. And Gabriel Gomez P7, the fellow Brazilian countryman behind him. It divides best qualifying for him this season, P8. And P9 is Håkon Olsen. And then P10, rounding out the points positions, is Summit Özkan with Luca Farina P11. Last time he started out of the points, he went up 10 places. So we're going to see Farina is able to have another good performance this race. P12 is Mehmet Demirolu with P13. Daniel Fraser, home hero. Dima Antonov P14. And rookie Rowan Shotanos is P15 with Alex Broster P16. Jafar Blackwood started P2 year last year, P17 now. Matej Dragovic is P18. Jakub Sikorski P19. And Rickard Sundvik is P20. So, let's get underway with the race, shall we? As we got 15 laps ahead of us here at the Silverstone circuit. The rain is pouring down. It's below on pole as we are now underway here for the British Grand Prix. Everyone getting away well. Below's gotten a very good start, but it looks like Toss already compromised off the line. As I think there's a collision at the back there. Is that as that is, I believe, Gabriel Gomez and Håkon Olsen coming back, and red flag. Yes, red flag's out. For already, and yes, that is a red flag already into turn 1. So that was a massive accident for Gabriel Gomez. That was a pretty big pile up. So we're gonna have the restart here. We're gonna have the restart here in a bit, as we already have the restart. So 6 lights again here at Silverstone. And we are on our way here once again at Silverstone this time. Below getting off once again very, very well. But tossed under pressure now. No, he's actually going on Below. He's actually going to try the move on the Frenchman. As he's going to try to go around the outside. Has he gone on the lead of the race? Yes, he has. No, but Below's still going to hang on the outside. Rosetta Martinez up at the P3. As he's trying to do it with Adam Hidayat. Fernando Tost going to go on the outside. Oh no, there's another crash. That's Mehmet Demirol and Alex Broster. But I think everyone else carried on this time. Yes, they have. As Fernando Tost now trying to get Jean-Francois Below. As Tost was going to be on the inside there. Now heading into Brooklands and Luffield. As Below tries to cling on to that lead. Oh, and Tosti leaving the track almost, but I think Below is ahead. As there's Summit Özkan doing with either Veit. Veit is down to P10. As Özkan's forced out of the points. There's Adam Hidayat. They tried it on Tost into Kops, but it didn't quite work. As there's Summit Özkan and he divides the 2 Swedish drivers. Are they going to go side by side through Maggots and Beckett's? Yes, they are. But who's going to come ahead in this battle for the last points position? As I think Weiss is ahead. And Özkan's now under pressure from Daniel Fraser. So Özkan is in a Carlin sandwich at the moment. There goes Rosetta Martinez on Adam Hidayat. Martinez is going to try to take his way back up into the podium. As he goes on the inside of Adam Hidayat. He's going to get it. The Filipino driver is up into P3 now. Great move from the Filipino driver. As Martinez is up into P3. Fernando Sosa is still behind. There's Roman Shotanos under pressure from Mehmet Demirolo. Demirolo has to back off though. As I think he went on the curve there a bit. As Matej Dragovic is down to last place. As Rickard Sundvik's gone up too. Fernando Tosto still trying to get Below for the lead. Let's look at the progress then after that hectic lap 1. So Martinez is up 1 position, Farina up 3 in what is yet another great lap 1 for him. As there is Farina and Gomez. Farina's gotten ahead of Gabriel Gomez for P7 now, but Gabriel Gomez gonna come back at him now. On into Brooklands and Luffield they go. Gomez on the inside. The battling does not stop here at Formula 2 as Farina's now on the inside, and I think Farina is the ahead as they go side by side now, coming down the national start finish straight. Now I think Is Farina ahead? He's gonna try it into Cops now. No, he isn't. Farina is ahead, but Gomez was being under pressure from Olsen there. So Farina up into P7. He's gone 4 places in 2 laps. That is incredible driving. Here goes Håkon Olsen. What up? He saw the gap and he tried to go for it, but it didn't quite work for the Norwegian. He now has Ide Weitz behind him. As Fernando Tost, look at that, he's already caught up to Jean-Francois below. He's gonna try the move. Coming into Stowe. I think he's ahead. Has he taken the lead? Yes, he has. Fernando Tost is up into the lead. As there is Rosero Martinez. Martinez is trying to move on below now, but the Frenchman defends from the Filipino. As I think Fernando Tost takes the lead. Yes, he's taking the lead of the British Grand Prix. As he set the fastest lap as well. What an incredible move into Stowe that was from Tost, as he's now leading a Formula 2 Grand Prix for the first time in his life, as Jakob Sikorski takes the fastest lap now. But what incredible racing we're having here at Silverstone. This is incredible. As I think Rosero Martinez has got him below now. Below seems to be a bit off the pace now after the move from Tost. As Rosero Martinez, as they're 3 wide for P2 into Brooklands and Luffield. That surely can't work, and it hasn't. Martinez up into P2, Hirayat's up into P3. Below's gone down. Below's going to lose 2 places here if Hirayat goes through. As I think Below's held P3 for now. Yes, he has. As my voice is absolutely going. This is fantastic racing we're having here. As there's Håkon Olsen, he's trying to get on Gabriel Gomez now. Can Olsen get it for P8? He's going to try and challenge the Prema. As Eduardo Silva has gotten ahead of Adam Hirayat. So I think Hirayat's made a mistake, as that's allowed the Brazilian of Silva to catch up. But we're going to see if he's able to make the move there. Now Olsen through Chapel, now down the Hangar Straight. Hirayat's going to be on the outside. It's going to be Silva on the inside. Is Silva going to be able to make the same move that his teammate Tost made? Is he going to be able to do it? I think he is. Yes, he's ahead. Great move from Eduardo Silva. Just like his teammate did it on below, he does it on Hirayat. As there is Ron Chotanus trying to get Jafari Blackwood, the rookie, up into P14. As we're now on lap 415. Fernando Tost has the fastest lap. As I think Jakob Sikorski is overtaking Rickard Sundevik for P18. Though Sikorski still seems a bit off the pace here at Silverstone. As Farina, look at that. Look at Farina, has already caught up to Nikhil Walsh. This man is incredible. And I will be really surprised if this man is going to have a Formula 1 seat next year. Because this is the drive of champions. As he's already up 4 places. Fernando Tost is up into the lead. Martinez is up 2. So he really had a great couple of first laps. Rosero Martinez. As Nikhil Walsh, who seemed to be on the fight for pole, is now down into P6. He's lost 1 place. As here is Gabriel Gomez, still under pressure from Håkon Olsen. Olsen is still trying to get Gabriel Gomez. So we're going to see if there's a move. There's Eduardo Silva. Look at that. He's already caught up to Jean-Francois Bilot. So we could see Silva maybe make it a double trident podium. As we're going to see now Silva heading down the Hangar Straight. Down onto Stowe they go. Is Silva going to be able to make the move on below? Yes, he does. He likes up outside. The Frenchman, I think Silva is ahead. Yes, he is. Eduardo Silva up into P3. So it's a trident double podium. As look at that. There's Adam Hirayat. He tried the move there on below but couldn't get it done. Ron Shotanus is up into P13. As he's going past Alex Broster, Sundevik and Antonov are dueling. As Antonov trying to hold off Sundevik for P18, and he has the 2 MP teammates, P18 and P19 at the moment. as Nikhil Waljis might actually be able to get involved in this battle for P4. As there is Adam Hidden as he's trying to move on below. Yes, he is. On the inside now, heading down the Wellington Straight is Farina. Farina has gotten past Nikhil Walji. As they are going to make a 3 wide. No, they aren't. As Farina trying to get Walji, but Gomez is getting past too. Farina's lost 2 places to both Premas. As Hidayat passed below now, but Gomez, Farina's re-overtaking Gomez. You can't defeat this man. As Walji's now trying it on below, but that is gonna hold off. That's gonna allow Farina to close up. So Farina might be involved in this battle as well. As below and Walji are now going side by side through Maggots and Beckett's, as Olsen's trying it on Gomez now. So the Prima strategy is being compromised here, but by a multitude of factors. This is incredible racing. I can't believe we're having such good racing here at Formula 2. As Olsen is now trying it on Gomez once again, but will succeed this time. As we're going to see Olsen heading into Stowe on the inside. Will also make the move stick, as I think he is ahead finally. Is he? No, they're still side by side into the Vale Chicane. As Olsen's going to try and hold it off on the inside. Olsen's up at the P8. Below is down to P6 as Walji is ahead. Shotanus is past Samet Özkan for P12. So Shotanus is having a really good drive for a rookie. As below, bit slower car. It's good that Waldi's ahead, because now that leaves a bit more space between him and Farina. So we're going to see Farina is able to make the move on Jean-Francois below, possibly down the straight. And is he close enough to make the move? We're going to see as they head down the Wellington Straight. But Fernando Tost, I just realized, is leading by a monumental margin. 4.7 seconds in his first ever race that he's led. That is massive for the Polish driver. And he is gonna take he's on, okay. A bit too excited here. He's on course to take his first victory. It's gonna be the second Polish victory in Formula 2 if he is able to take the win here at Silverstone. As Jean-Francois Billot, I think he is going to keep that P6, but he's already fading away from Nikhil Walji. 1.5 off already, as Dima Antonov is now under pressure from his teammate Richard Sundevik. We're going to see now as they head down the Hangar Straight. Has he got him though? No, he hasn't. But Rowan Shotanus is going to try it on Daniel Fraser. Daniel Fraser in his home race, who tried to get points, didn't succeed. But he devises in P10 at the moment. I think Samet Özkan's re-overtaken Rowan Shotanus, or no, he didn't. But he tried to overtake Shotanus. He saw the opportunity there, but he couldn't quite go for it. As Håkon Olsen, who's now cleared Gabriel Gomez, is trying to catch up to Luca Farina, but overtaking Farina is not an easy task, as Mehmet Demirol is being overtaken by Jafari Blackwood. Blackwood on the inside has gotten the move done, so Blackwood is up into P15 now, the Jamaican, as Dima Antonov is now going to have to hold off his Swedish Korean teammate Sundevik, as there goes Demirola back on Blackwood up into P15, but Blackwood holds on into Woodcut they go. Demirola backs out, it looked like, but Blackwood's up into P15, so he's successfully able to defend, and that was great defending from Blackwood. As Håkon Olsen's trying to catch up to Luca Farina now. Farina looks to settle into P7 as Sikorski is getting past Mehmet Demirola now, so Demirola's pace looks to be fading a bit. The ART seem to be struggling with pace now as we're halfway into the race. As Håkon Olsen, look how close he is to Luca Farina. Might he try the move here? No, he doesn't. He's not close enough. But Mehmet Demiroglu is he trying the move on Sikorski? Actually, I think he is. For P16, the former Formula E rivals are now dueling on track in Formula 2. As Demiroglu is holds off Sikorski for P16 for now. As Rowan Shotanos is trying to get Ide Weitz now. He got Daniel Fraser. Will Shotanos score points on debut? And if he does, what an incredible drive it's going to be for the Dutch driver. As Samet Özkan trying to close in on Daniel Fraser. Shotanos has split the cars apart. So can Özkan split them even further? Sikorski fading away a bit from Demiroglu, but that might allow Dima Antonov behind to catch up. As here is below, it is of the utmost importance that Farina must clear below if he wants a chance to get Walji, because that gap at the moment is 4 seconds. So in staying behind below, he's kinda Farina has Farina's chances of getting P5 has diminished quite a lot. And Samet Özkan now closing in on Daniel Fraser. Not enough to make a move yet, but now they're gonna head down the hangar straight. We're gonna see if Özkan's able to make the move. He's down 3 places obviously. From the start, Below's down 5. As Farina seems to be stuck behind Below. Unfortunate for him because he has incredible pace, and we all know that. As Below heading through the Vale chicane, look, there's a pretty big train forming behind him of Farina and Olsen. Well, not big, but a bit of a train forming. So we're gonna see if Farina is able to overtake Below anytime soon. As Håkon Olsen is pretty close behind as well, so we could see a move there. Same goes for this battle for P10. Weitz is gonna score his first points of the season if he finishes P10, but Shotanos might score his first points in Formula 2 ever in only what is his debut race. As he's gonna actually, it seems to have gone on quite good leverage now down the Wellington Straight, but it wasn't enough to make the move. As meanwhile, further up the field, the battle for P6 still rages on, but they haven't been able to clear Jean Below yet. As Samet Özkan looks to fall back on shot. Oh, actually he got past Daniel Fraser, so we must have missed that. But either way, Samet Özkan's up into P12. Daniel Fraser and Alex Broster, both Brits, are out of the points, so it's unfortunate for them. As we're gonna see now, is Farina closer to Below on this lap? He seems to be, but not enough to make a move. As you can see, the rain droplets on the Dallara Formula 2 chassis going past as these drivers go down the hangar straight. Daniel Fraser, ooh, is he going to try the move on his fellow or Alex Broster? Broster actually tried it on Fraser. The two Brits dueled, and Broster emerged P13. As is that Demiroglu trying to move on Blackwood? Yes, it is. Into Abbey. He tried it there, but couldn't quite get it done. So Demiroglu is gonna have to pull back and await another chance. As he sits P16, 10 places up is his teammate, who's in P6 at the moment. Ron Shotanos still trying to hunt down Ide Weitz. As there goes Blackwood on Demiroglu once again, and Demiroglu's under pressure for Sikorski now. There goes Jakub Sikorski, trying to go around the outside of Demirolo. He almost got Blackwood there as well. But can he get Demirolo heading through Luffield now and Woodcut, as I think Demirolo had to back out there. And as a result, he's down to P17, the Turkish driver. Sikorski's up to P16, so he's driving quite alright. And he's now on the back of Jafari Blackwood. But Nikhil Walji has caught up to Adam Hidayat. It's the Canadian versus the Indonesian. We're going to see who's going to come out on top. As Walji's close enough to try the move. No, he isn't. So he might try it on the next lap, possibly. As Shotanis, though, is he close enough to have a shot at Weitz? No, he isn't. Demirolo is trying to re-overtake Jakub Sikorski, but to no avail. As we have a spam bot in chat. Let me just. Apologies for that. But back to the racing. Summit Özkan hasn't been able to catch up to Shotanis, and as a result Alex Broster's caught up to him. So Broster is showing some pretty good pace, but only 4 laps remain, so I don't think Broster is going to be able to get into the points. And Shotanis, though, things are looking a bit more clear for him if he wants to get into the points. He's got 4 laps to try and close up and make a move on either Weitz. Though he doesn't seem close enough yet. Obviously Weitz has far more experience, but Shotanis is driving incredibly. He's beating out some really experienced drivers at the moment. As Nikhil Waldi tries to close into Adam Hidayat, but he's not within striking distance just yet, as Alex Broster might be, though, of Samet Özkan. Özkan's not had he's had a bit of difficulties this season with the Russian time. As Nikhil Waldi now, he's going to try to move on Adam Hidayat. I think he is into Stowe, but Hidayat doesn't leave the space, as Shotanis now very close to the Weitz, but he's not going to try the move yet. Is he going to try it into the Vale chicane? Maybe, but as we're going to see now, Shotanis, he's not close enough, as Demirolo is going to maybe try the move on Sikorski. But you can see how many cars behind him. Antonov and Sundevik might actually be involved in that battle as well. As here is Nikhil Walji. Walji still not able to get past Hidayat. As Özkan he's trying to hold off Broster, but yeah, Broster doesn't seem to find, or he isn't able to find an overtaking spot at the moment. Neither same can be said for Rowan Shotanis. He's been stuck behind the Weitz, but very close. And even if Shotanis doesn't get points, I think it's going to be a very good rookie drive for the Dutchman. As Dima Antonov, he's been under pressure from his teammate the entire race, but now he might be able to get the ART driver of Mehmet Demirol for P17, Antonov. As Samet Özkan still hanging on to that P12. You can just see Shotanis and Weitz there up ahead. Meanwhile, Nikhil Waldi looks to have fallen back by a tiny margin to Adam Hidayat. As here is Ron Shotanis. He's closing in a bit. Is he going to try to move on Weitz now, actually? Yes, he is on the inside. Can Shotanis get into the points for the first time in his Formula 2 career? And I think Shotanis is ahead. Yes, he is! Rowan Shotanis, in his first ever Formula 2 race, is up into the points. As there goes Mehmet Demirolu on Jakub Sikorski, the former Formula E rivals. Demirolo's up into P16. But Rowan Shotanos, hats off to him, because he's up into P10, and he started, what, P14? So he's up, no, P15 I think even. So he's up 5 places in his Formula 2 debut. That has got to be one of the most impressive debuts I've ever seen in Formula 2. As we're now on lap 13 of 15, 2 laps remain in this exciting British Grand Prix. Bilot's down 5 places. Obviously started the pole, so it is it's going to be very frustrating for Bilot. And same goes for Farina, because he's he could have gotten P5 in this race, but he's been stuck behind the ART the entire race, so it's unfortunate for Farina, but he's at an incredible pace both today and last week, so he's going to want to carry that into the next race at what is it, the Hungaroring. Wait, Rosetta Martinez is actually making the move on Fernando Tost. What have I missed? As Martinez is now side by side with Fernando Tost. Somehow he's able to close the gap into the Vale chicane. Has Martinez taken the lead? Yes, he has! Martinez, out of absolutely nowhere, has taken the lead of the British Grand Prix on lap 13 of 15. Rosetta Martinez might now be on the might be able to take his first win here. What on earth? I must have absolutely missed that. As I think Tost's pace has dropped. You can see he's lapping the 153s, while Martinez and Silva was in the 152s. So I think Tost's pace is dropping because he was pushing on the first few laps. But that is incredible. Rosetta Martinez now leads the British Grand Prix with 2 laps to go. Fernando Tost is down to P2. I think Martinez might get the win here, as Tost is already a second behind. So yeah, what an incredible development, as Samet Özkan is now trying to get past Daniel Fraser for P13. Özkan now on the inside. Is he gonna get it? As I think he has. No, they're heading through Luffield at the moment, as they're still side by side. Who's gonna get it for P13? I think Fraser remains ahead for P13. Samet Özkan is P14 then. Or no, never mind. Samet Özkan re-overtook him. My fault, apologies. As Eduardo Silva caught up to Fernando Tost. So we could see Silva trying to move on his Trident teammate. We could see the Trident swapping for P2 and P3. We're gonna see though, as they're very, very close. But either way, this looks like the win for Rosetta Martinez. As there goes Eduardo Silva into the Vale chicane. On the inside, goes on the curb a bit. Has to back out of it. Is Silva gonna be able to try the move now as they head down the Hamilton Straight? We're gonna see as Silva into Abbey can't try the move yet. We're on the final lap of this British Grand Prix. It's been an absolutely incredible race here at Silverstone. Silva trying to look for the overtaking opportunities, trying to find the spots anywhere he can to make the move as they head down the Wellington Straight now. We're gonna see if Silva is able to close in on his teammate. Can Tost hold on for P2? I think he is able to hold on, but they're still very, very close. Heading down to the club start-finish straight onto Cops. Very, very close between the two. That gap is closing, but is Silva gonna be able to overtake his teammate? Obviously both former Formula E drivers. And Silva's gone wide. Crucially, that might allow Tost to get to P2. That could have been a crucial mistake, and that might have allowed Fernando Tost to get P2, as We're gonna see though, is he able to make the move? But this man, no one would have expected him to take the win here at Britain. It's been raining the entire race, and no one would have expected him to win as he comes round the final bend. And Rosetta Martinez is a race winner in Formula 2 as he crosses the line and wins the British Grand Prix. Fernando Tost P2 just barely, and his teammate P3 as Alex Broster has overtaken Ida Weitz just at the Vale chicane. No, they're side by side as Fraser and Weitz are now dueling as the two Carlin teammates are going to cross side by side. It's a photo finish for the two Carlins. Who's going to come out ahead? It's Daniel Fraser, just ahead of his teammate Ida Weitz. He lost 2 places there in the last lap, and what an incredible finish to the British Grand Prix. And breathe. That was amazing. So let's go through the final race classifications then. Rosetta Martinez takes the first ever win in his Formula 2 career from Fernando Tost. A first ever podium for him. He took the fast lap as well, with Eduardo Silva in P3. Adam Hidayat P4, Nikhil Walji P5, and Jean-François Bilot, unfortunate for him, from P1 to P6. Luca Farina P7, Håkon Olsen P8, Gabriel Gomez is P9, Rowan Shotanus, bravo to him, points on his debut from P15. That was an incredible drive from the Dutchman. Alex Broster just got Ida Weitz there for P11 at the Vale chicane. And Daniel Fraser as well, P12. So both Brits had points, and Ida Weitz unfortunately lost 2 places there on the final corner. Samet Özkan P14, Jafar Blackwoods P15, Mehmet Demiroğlu P16, Sikorski P17, Dima Antonov 18th, Sundevik is 19th, and last place is Matija Dragovic. And that is it for Formula 2. Thank you so much for watching. This was an absolutely incredible race for Formula 2. One of the best races of the season, in my opinion. That was amazing. We had so many overtakes, so much action, and so much drama. Congratulations to Rosetta Martinez on the victory. That was incredible. Congratulations to the 2 Trident boys as well. They did great. And yeah, congratulations to Rowan Shotanus on the points. But that is it. We will see you We'll see you tomorrow for the Formula 1 British Grand Prix. And until then, we at the ASOC wish you a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you tomorrow.